Hello students, I Mrs. Madhavi Mhatre welcome you all in the next lecture of Mathematics 1. We are studying chapter number 4, Ratio and Proportion. In this chapter we have completed all the topics, and in the previous lecture we discussed practice set 4.5. In that practice set 4.5 we have completed up to question number 4. And then here question number 5 and 6 are omitted. They are not there. They are under the reduced syllabus. Also, the activity which is given just above the problem set is also omitted. So take a note of this. So with this we have completed with all the topics of chapter number 4. Also we have completed all the practice sets. Now let's start with problem set 4. So all of you please open your textbook. Take your notebook out and be prepared with pen and pencil and write the solutions of the problems along with me only so that you can understand the things better. Now here in case of problem set I am going to solve only the sums which are different from the practice sets. So the sums which are from practice sets already we have done. All those sums already I have told that you have to do it, and if you have not done them now you have to complete it. So that is why wherever the like sums are there I have written there do by yourself or solve by yourself. So you have to take note of that. Okay, so let's start. Problem set 4. Always the very first question is about MCQs, so let's start with MCQs. Select the appropriate alternative answer for the following questions. Now here they have given the word select the answer, but in board exams you have to write down only the option alphabet. Only writing the option alphabet is expected from you, and if you are not writing that then you are getting 0 marks. Writing answer is not important, writing question is not important. Only you need to choose the correct option alphabet and that you have to write down as it is. Okay, so let's start with the first question here. If 6 is to 5 is equal to y is to 20, then what will be the value of 5? Now here, this question is based on the property a upon b is equal to ak upon bk. That means always we have some common multiple for the given ratio here. Okay, so we need to find that. So all of you will compare the second term of the both the ratios. Okay, because the in first term here we have unknown. So always compare the second term. See here 5 and 20. So say table of 5 up to 20 so that you will get the multiple here. So 5 4s are 20. We got that number as 4. Okay, that common multiple as 4 we got. So value of y we can get multiplying 6 by 4. That is 6 4s are 24, and therefore option B is the correct option. Okay. So if you want you can write down the justification there. It is very easy question. You have to simply observe how you are going to get the unknown variable here. Okay. Now let's go towards second question. What is the ratio of 1 mm means millimeter to 1 cm means centimeter? So here in this case what we can observe is the units of these two quantities are not same. Here we can find the unit is mm and here it is cm or centimeters. So we need to convert these ratios into the same units first, because to compare the ratios we have seen that they should be in the same unit. So here these centimeters, 1 centimeter you can convert to mm. Okay, all of you know on our scale we have these units centimeters and mm. So we know that 10 mm is equal to 1 centimeters. Okay, so this 1 centimeters we can convert as 10 mm. Okay, so now you will observe that the units are same. Here also mm and here also mm. Then you can compare the ratio now, that is 1 is to 10, and therefore the correct option is C. One ratio of 1 millimeter to 1 centimeter is 1 is to 10. Now let's go ahead towards the third question. The ages of Jatin, Nitin and Mohsin are 16, 24 and 36 years respectively. What is the ratio of Nitin's age to Mohsin's age? Now here they have provided with three different persons and their ages. But while asking the ratio, they have asked only about Nitin and Mohsin. That means this information about Jatin's age is only given to confuse you. Okay, so try to understand this, that here we are going to consider only Nitin's age. That means this number 24 and 36. So ratio of this we need to find out, that is 24 upon 36. And then you have to reduce it. See, Nitin and Mohsin, we have to consider only these two persons. And that is why we will consider only these two numbers. So 24 upon 36. You know that they are in table of 12. 12 twos are 24 and 12 threes are 36. So the ratio is 2 is to 3. Therefore option B is the correct answer. Okay, now let's go ahead towards the fourth question. 24 bananas were distributed between Shubham and Anil in the ratio 3 is to 5. Then how many bananas did Shubham get? Okay, now here this problem you will solve in rough. You know that the ratio is given. And for every ratio we have common multiple. So if we take that common multiple as x suppose, then the bananas with Shubham you will get as 3x, and the banana with Anil you will get as 5x. Okay, so 3x plus 5x, the total bananas are how many? It is given there, they are 24. Okay, so from this you will get value of x as 3. Correct? Because see, 3x plus 5x is 8x. 8x is equal to 24 and therefore x is equal to 3. We got value of x as 3. Now they have asked us, how many bananas does Shubham get? So see, Shubham is having 3x bananas. So 3 and value of x is 3. 3 into 3 answer is 9. That means option D. Okay, so in this way you solve the sum actually and then find out the answer. All these method is not having any marks, but to get the correct answer you need to solve. So you can do this as a rough work, and now if you want you can write it down with pencil there in your textbook that how this answer has come. Okay, now let's move towards the last question of this MCQ. Question number 5 here. What is the mean proportional of 4 and 25? Okay, now this question is related to continuous proportion. Okay, that if we have three numbers a, b, c, and if they are in continued proportion, then the square of mean proportional, that means what we can write down, that b square is equal to a into c. Okay, this is what we write in case of continued proportion. See, mean proportional word is used. That means there are three numbers A, B, C and they are in continued proportion. And the mean proportional means B, and this is your A and this is your C. Okay, so A into C, 4 into 25, you will get 100. Okay, A into C, you will get 100. And then 100 is square of what? B square is 100. 100 is square of 10 and therefore the answer is 10 here. Okay, so in this way, after reading the question, you need to understand that what is given to you and what you need to find. and easily you can get the correct answers here. You know that in board exams of 10th standard also, the very first question, question number 1A, is MCQs. If you write down the correct option alphabet, then you are going to get 1 mark. Method doesn't carry any mark, but still you have to do it to get the correct answer. I hope you must have understood all the instructions. Now let's go ahead here in problem set. See, question number 2 here is for the following numbers. Write the ratio of first number to second number in the reduced form. So all these questions are from practice set 4.1. You know that simply you have to find out the ratio in reduced form. That means write them in numerator denominator form, reduce, and then finally write down the ratio. So already we have done this. Also, this finding the ratios we have done. So these both the questions are previously done. That is why you will do them by yourself as a practice. Okay. Now let's go ahead. Question number 4. Now question number 4 is different. Check whether the following numbers are in continued proportion. So here there are 4 sub questions given. Out of that 2 I am solving for you. Remaining 2, that means 3 and 4, you will solve as homework. So take a note of this. Tick mark these 2 questions as homework. So let's start with the first one. Now read the question carefully. They have given that it's a continued proportion. So immediately as soon as the word continued proportion is there, you should think of 3 numbers A, B, C, and you should get the relation B square is equal to AC. Okay, so write down that if A, B, C are in continued proportion, then B square is equal to AC. That means square of the middle term or square of the mean proportion, or the other word is geometric mean, is equal to multiplication of remaining 2. So always these 3 numbers now. First is A, second is B, and third is C. And then you have to verify this relationship here for each of the given triplets. 3 numbers are there. They are called as triplets. So for here, for every sum, we will verify this relationship. So let's start with first one. In first, we will take 2 as A, 4 as B, and 8 as C. Now here see, this is an equation and here they are having 2 sides, left hand side and right hand side, and we need to verify it. So we will solve these sides separately. First we will find what is B square. Okay, so B square means 4 square, that is 16. Then we will find AC. AC is equal to 2 into 8. That is also 16. So see, here we got both the sides same. I can say that here in this case this relationship is true. B square is equal to AC. Okay, if we get different numbers, then what we are going to say? B square is not equal to AC. And since B square is equal to AC, we can say that the numbers 2, 4 and 8 are in continued proportion. Okay, please complete it. If you have not completed, pause the video, write and then go ahead. Now let's go ahead towards second question. Here now we will take 1 as A, 2 as B and 3 as C. Again we have to verify B square is equal to AC or what. So let's find B square. B square means 2 square, that is 4. And then A into C, 1 into 3, that is 3. See, now we can find here that B square and AC, they have different values. They are not equal. So what we can say here is B square is not equal to AC, and therefore these 3 numbers 1, 2 and 3 are not in continued proportion. Okay, exactly similar method, only you have to change the statements accordingly. If they are equal, write down B square is equal to AC and the numbers are in continued proportion. If they are not equal, write down B square is not equal to AC and therefore the numbers are not in continued proportion. Okay, so by using the same method, you solve the remaining two sums. Okay, now let's go ahead. Question number 5. A, B, C are in continued proportion. If A is equal to 3 and C is equal to 27, then find B. So this question is little bit similar to the previous one. Here we are provided with that they are in continued proportion. So we can write down B square is equal to AC. And here value of A and C are given and we need to find out B. Okay. So let's start. First, always start with what is given to you. So start with the statement that A, B, C are in continued proportion and then write down what is A, what is C and what is B. So here A is 3 given, C is 27 given and we have to find out B is equal to what. Okay. Now let's start. A, B, C are in continued proportion. Then we can write down B square is equal to AC. These are two equivalent statements. I have told you so many times. As soon as you read that A, B, C are in continued proportion, you need to write B square is equal to AC. Now let's put value of A and C here. Okay, so in place of A we can write 3 and in place of C we can write 27. So 27 3s are 81. We will get B square is equal to 81. So B square is 81 and if we take the square root we will get B as 9. Now here we will not consider plus or minus. I told you that we are always thinking about the positive integers here. And here A and C both are positive. So B cannot be negative. So write only positive number and therefore value of B is 9. Okay, so in this way we can find the answer. It's very easy. But for that purpose, you need to write down this equation that is B square is equal to AC. Now let's go ahead. Question number 6. Convert the following ratios into percentage. We have done this in practice set 4.1. So again this you will solve as homework. You will do it by yourself. It's very easy. You know that to convert into percentage means simply multiply the given ratio by 100 or convert the denominator into 100. So any method you can use and you can do it. Okay. Let's go ahead. Question number 7. Again, you have to find out the ratio of first quantity to the second quantity. So here also you can solve it by yourself. We have done such sums again in practice set 4.1 and all the conversions are given there. Here these are two quantities. You have to make the unit same and then you have to compare. So this also question you will do by yourself. Now let's go towards question number 8. If A upon B is equal to 2 upon 3, then find the values of the following expressions. Now these sums we have done by using the properties invertendo, alternando, componendo, dividendo and componendo dividendo. So again all these sums also we have done, you know the method. But only one sum I am discussing, remaining all you will do by yourself. Only to remind you that which properties and how we are using the properties. Okay. So always we have to start with what is given to us, that is A upon B is equal to 2 upon 3. Now let's take the first question here. I am taking the first one. So what you can observe here is the property of componendo is used and here numerator is 4A and denominator is 3B. So here in the numerator we are multiplying by 4 and in the denominator we are multiplying by 3. But when we are multiplying in left hand side, we have to multiply on right hand side also. Therefore, both the sides of this ratio we are multiplying by 4 upon 3. So when we multiply here, we will get 4A upon 3B as 8 upon 9. 2 4s are 8 and 3 3s are 9. So we got the numerator and denominator which was required. Now let's use the property that is componendo. So write down by componendo. Okay, by componendo. So let's do componendo on both the sides. So 4A plus 3B upon 3B is equal to 8 plus 9 upon 9. Whatever operation you are doing in left hand side, you have to do on right hand side also. Okay. So the answer 8 plus 9 is 17 upon 9. Now by using the same method, you have to solve here. Now here you will find that componendo dividendo is used, where numerator is 5a square and denominator is 2b square. So start with here, get the required numerator and denominator, use componendo dividendo. Now here again, see, numerator is a cube, denominator is b cube, and again you are going to use componendo. And here componendo dividendo is used, but it is in reverse form. So first you will go for invertendo. That means you will start here, then you will go for invertendo. You will get the required numerator denominator, and then you will go for componendo dividendo. And finally, to get the answer, you will do invertendo. Such sums we have done. So if you don't understand them, refer to that practice set and do accordingly. And still, if you face any problem, you can ask me the doubts. Now let's go ahead. Next is question number 9, which is based on K method, but it is under the reduced syllabus. This question is cancelled. So cut it, take a note of this. Now let's go ahead. Question number 10. If A, B, C are in continued proportion, then prove that first one, A upon 2A plus 2B is equal to A minus 2B upon A minus 4C. Now here if we observe, here we cannot see the properties like componendo, dividendo or componendo, dividendo. They are totally different. But for these, we have learned K method. In the previous lecture, we have discussed K method, and based on that, we have seen the solved examples also. So here, we are going to use K method. So let's start here. One question I am solving for you. Second one you will solve by yourself. So let's start. So first start with what is given to us, that is A, B, C are in continued proportion. So we can write down therefore A upon B is equal to B upon C is equal to K. We are using K method, so this both the ratios we will take as K. Now let's go for cross multiplication. So here we will get B is equal to CK, correct? And A is equal to BK. In place of B, we can write down CK. So CK into K is CK square. So value of B is CK and value of A is CK square. Now while solving, we will evaluate left hand side and right hand side separately. And then we will compare them. Always take a note of this. You cannot start with this equation and you cannot solve both the sides simultaneously. You have to solve both the sides separately. First go for left hand side. So write down left hand side is equal to, that is A upon A plus 2B. So replace A by CK square and B by CK. So whenever you will find A, you will write down there CK square. And if you find B, you will write CK there. Now in denominator, you can observe that CK is common. So take out CK common. So when you will take out CK common, here only K will be left out and here 2 will be left out. Afterwards, you can cancel certain terms from numerator denominator, like C you can cancel and 1K will get cancelled. And therefore, you are left out with K upon K plus 2. Okay. So try to reduce the things to the simplest form always by taking out common. This is taking out common is important here. You must understand how to take out common. Similarly, now let's write right hand side. So right hand side is A minus 2B upon A minus 4C. So again replace A, see here, A you will replace by CK square and B you will replace by CK. So see, A, in place of A we have written CK square minus 2 into CK. In place of B, CK is written. In the denominator now, in place of A we have written CK square and minus 4AC we will write as it is, because we don't have any substitution for C. We have only for A and B. So C will remain as it is. Now observe what is common here in these two. We can say that here CK is common. C you can see which is same here in both the terms, and also K is present. So CK is common, and then you are left out with K minus 2 here. And here in the denominator C is common, and inside the bracket you will get K square minus 4. Now observe these left hand side and right hand side. They are not same. Okay, even after doing the cancellation, see here this C and C will get cancelled, but still you will observe that these are not same. We have to make them same. So this particular bracket you can compare it with the property A square minus B square. You can recall the identities which you have studied previously. A square minus B square, you know that we can write it as A plus B. This you have studied in 8th standard and 7th standard also. And A minus B. So A square minus B square we can split as A plus B and A minus B. Okay, so see, this K square minus 4. 4 is a perfect square of 2. So in place of A we have K, and in place of B we have 2. That is why we have written it like this. K plus 2, K minus 2. Okay, so this K square minus 4 is split as K plus 2 and K minus 2. Now you can observe this K minus 2 can be cancelled from numerator and denominator, and you are left out with K upon K plus 2. Now observe, are left hand side and right hand side same? Yes, they both are same. So we can write down, therefore LHS is equal to RHS, and from that we can write down that the given question, that is A upon A plus 2B, is same as A minus 2B upon A minus 4C. So similarly, you will solve question number 2. I hope you must have understood all these cancellations. Now, let's go ahead. Now the last three sums, 11, 12 and 13, again they are under reduced syllabus. But this type of sums we have studied in practice sets. Here theorem on equal ratios we have seen in practice set 4.3, and this also we have seen in two practice sets. This type of sums, they can be solved by using either the properties or by theorem on equal ratios. So if you want, you can solve these sums as a practice. Even though they are under reduced syllabus, you know the method and you can solve them. Okay. But these questions will not be asked in the examination. Okay. So I hope you must have understood. With this, we have completed the problem set and we have completed chapter number 4. But this chapter number 4 is quite big and it contains variety of questions. As you know, we have 5 practice sets and then problem set also. So for better understanding, you have to practice it. Also go through all the solved examples, go through all the given homework problems, and if you find any difficulty, you can ask me the doubts. Okay students? So today I am stopping here. We will meet in next lecture. Till that, you stay home, stay safe, take care of yourself. Thank you students.